Hello, Internet.
Hey everybody, it's Crunchy Daniel here, and I'm with Mr. Kitty and Water Malone, and we're doing Triangle Time.
Yeah,
Yes.
so essentially what Triangle Time is, we get three nerds, and we talk about cool things that are happening in nerd culture.
Yeah.
Okay,
That suddenly got sad.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Alex?
So, first of all, we will be talking about the new Ruby and Sapphire remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Woohoo. Yeah, the topic has been discussed for a while, but actually, they just recently released the names, and
yeah, they confirmed it.
Yeah, they confirmed it, and I kind of get that why they're sticking with the names or the letters in the alphabet, even though it's in the Greek alphabet, but it's still like the alphabet.
Yeah. And, so for those of you that for some reason don't know about it, Alpha and Omega are the first and last letters of the Greek alphabet.
Yes.
So I just pulled up my browser, and I'm showing pictures of Alpha Ruby and Alpha or Sapphire and Omega Ruby, and I would like to point out that there are some very different designs on them. It might just be trying to make them look cooler, like a revamped thing, but when they don't have the sprites uploaded to Bulbapedia, but when you look at Kyogre and Groudon sprites in X and Y, they look perfectly normal, so I think it's very possible that they have Mega Evolutions in the new games.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's going to be awesome if they have Mega Rayquaza and Kyogre and Groudon, and also maybe even and then hopefully
and they already
Rock and Reggie Ices.
We already found Mega Latios and Latias.
Mhm.
And so
yeah, Alex, hopefully they have maybe just a revamped Regice, Registeel, and Regirock, because that'd be kind of awesome, because they were kind of sucky. The battles weren't as focused in the original Emerald and other games.
Yeah, but I would also like to point out that in X and Y, it's constantly stated that Mega Evolution only takes place in the Kalos region. And that kind of confuses me. I'm not sure what they're doing with this, but they do mention in the short trailer, it just shows the two boxes, and then it says explore a brand new adventure. And that's literally the entire trailer. It doesn't give us any gameplay or anything, but it says explore a brand new adventure, so I think this might be more of a rebooted Ruby and Sapphire than a remake.
Yeah, I think, yeah. So, do you think it'll be like Heart Gold and Soul Silver in the sense that it'll just be kind of a new version, or?
I think it would be much more of a new version than Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I think it might be more reminiscent of Black and White 2.
Yeah, so you mean more just more Pokemon?
I think it's going to be more of a sequel than a remake. Because they didn't use the word remake like they did when they announced Fire Red and Leaf Green or Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah, and also, hopefully they're going to still have the awesome music.
Yeah, I really liked the music, and it would be amazing to see it done with actually orchestral, like they've been doing lately, rather than just doing synthesizers and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, and hopefully they have a Baroque pop feeling / electronic, house, and then so it's the best of both worlds. It's orchestral strings mixed with maybe dub trumpets or something. I'm sorry that was probably really confusing, but yeah.
But anyway, how would you rather have a remake, a reboot, or a sequel?
I'd rather have a remake, personally.
Well, Daniel, I forgot that you were there. You haven't talked in so long.
Yeah, you're not saying anything. You need to talk.
I would personally prefer a remake, just simply because I think it'd be cool, but not a complete remake. I think it should be mostly similar, but I think if they make the same game twice, it'll just be repetitive and stupid. So I think it should be a remake, but I think there should be some differences.
What I want is that, like, it starts off as a remake, but then afterwards, after you finish, like, the main story, it does what Fire Red and Leaf Green did with the Seti Islands.
Afterwards.
You go into a new adventure afterwards.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I know it would be a lot of work because Ruby and Sapphire were big games to begin with, but they did it with Fire Red and Leaf Green, and it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, well, what I think they're going to do, I don't think they're going to make a remake because, I mean, the story plot in Emerald was not that great. So I think, because it was kind of uneventful. Well, I mean, it wasn't uneventful, but it wasn't as great as the ones nowadays.
What do you mean uneventful? The world almost ended.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying, like, the rest of it. I mean, that was, like, one major thing. And then hopefully it's a remake so they can improve the story plot more. I know it sounds ridiculous because, I mean, like, the world was ending and stuff, but then I think they should make a sequel after like, the gameplay. Well, not gameplay, but after, like, the main storyline ends.
Yeah.
And then have, like, because, I mean, honestly, after Emerald ended, it was kind of boring for me.
Yeah.
Like, after the huge thing ended. Because then I was just, like, running around, climbing on trees and stuff.
Other than the Battle Frontier, which I would really love to make an appearance, but since it didn't happen in X and Y, I'm kind of wondering about it. But,
Well, and actually, a great thing about the Battle Frontier is that you got Ditto, and then, like, what's his name? What's the name of the other one? Kecleon. You got Ditto and Kecleon, and that was great.
Yeah, and it was really nice to use Smeargle to go against...
Smeargle,
Smeargle, who could learn any move that was used against it. And so you could go against, like, these really strong trainers and just copy their moves and just keep them as your moveset.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool aspect.
But, now on to our second topic, because we're running out of time. What characters do you want to see in the new Super Smash Bros. 4?
Whoa, dude.
What I would really like to see in that new game is Snake, because I use him a lot, and he's not that low on the tier list of most popular characters.
He's really high, and it's not most popular, it's how well they do in tournaments.
How well they do. He's like 7.
Yeah, he's
And although he's not made a game in a while, I think he's a really, like, core character, and a lot of people use him, and I think if they don't put him in that game, a lot of people are going to be very angry.
Well, the problem is that he's a third-party character, and so it's really a big deal to get a character from a different company into the game. And with Snake's case, Konami originally wanted him to be in Melee, but then they couldn't add him into Melee, and so he had to be cut, and so then he was entered in Brawl. And so it's not like they can just decide to add him back in. They have to do a bunch of legal stuff and sign things and everything.
Fair point.
But who I want to see is the Bandana Waddle Dee from the Kirby games, but not just a Waddle Dee that jumps around, like the main character, Bandana Waddle Dee with the spear. He had pretty much a fair moveset made for him in Kirby's Return to Dreamland. He had the Spear Copter, where he can just fly around for his recovery move. He has, like, the jabbing and the spear throw and everything. I think he could really work out as a very versatile character.
Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
And more than that, he's become much more prominent. Starting with Superstar Ultra, when he was finally, like, given his own character truly in the story of I think it was Meta Nightmare Ultra. No, it wasn't. It was a thing with Meta Knight, but anyway, since then he became a playable character in Return to Dreamland, and now in Triple Deluxe he's an assisting character that appears in every level to give you items.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Shane, who do you want in?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of pleased with the new lineup. I think it's good. It's smart of Nintendo to add on a Pokemon from X and Y, or from X and Y, or from the Kalos region, because it's sort of like new and improved, and it's not just the old characters, some that Daniel mentioned, but it's also the new characters that are just kind of recent, and it's sort of for the new Nintendo fans, even though I myself am not new to Nintendo.
Yeah, if you want me to be completely and totally honest, I do not like the new Pokemon games. I just don't. And especially, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I think I'm going to have to kick you from the call.
Yeah, I think, that is just, oh my gosh, Daniel.
You've upset so many people right now.
You have come out
that's my
as a
personal
hater.
opinion.
But anyway,
like
this is just a show of opinions. It's fine. But anyway.
Why'd you do it, Daniel? Okay, no.
But now let's discuss characters that have been in past games that we do not think are going to return.
Mewtwo? I think Mewtwo should just go away. It's not a useful character at all.
I think that
They should either kick Mewtwo or just like revamp him and make him better, because he just sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
he's a terrible person.
Terrible person. What are you
He's
talking?
a terrible person. He's so mean.
He's honestly not that mean. He's just kind of evil.
Yeah, he tried to kill Mew, didn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, like, he had a whole change of heart at the end of the movie, and it was all fun.
Yeah, Daniel.
It's a children's movie.
Exactly.
Obviously,
But,
Daniel.
anyway, I think that Ness and Captain Falcon are not going to return.
Which makes me very...
And Lucas.
The Ness and Lucas thing, that makes me happy, but
Captain Falcon, that's
Captain Falcon was awesome, and I want him to return because he has become like a staple of the Super Smash Bros. Franchise.
And then also in the fan...
Yeah, his Falcon Punch
remake
thing, that's not even from his own games. His games are racing games. It started from Super Smash Bros. And it became like a meme that a lot of people don't even know that it originated from Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And pretty much everything about him is from Super Smash Bros. Because again, it's a racing game. His games.
Yeah, but even though I hate to say it, I think he's just like... That's why, I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I can sort of see the connection. Like, his games aren't popular. He hasn't really released any games.
He hasn't released a game in over 10 years.
Yeah. And then I feel
he's such a popular character.
He's very popular, but I mean...
I think it's ridiculous that
it's not because of his games. It's just because of Super Smash Bros. Which is why they should keep him, but, like, I can see why, sort of... Yeah. When they're not keeping him.
It's a really complicated character.
He can't survive on his own if he was without Super Smash Bros.
What I can't believe they haven't done is make a Wii U game for F-Zero and Metroid. I mean, like, the game is pretty much, like, made for it. Like, with the gamepad thing, they haven't released a game that truly cannot be played without it. So that it like truly is necessary. It's right now it's just a gimmick, but with something like Metroid or F-Zero, it could truly be useful. And Pokemon Snap, we could use like a remake of that or a sequel.
Oh, Snap, Alex, that's a bold move.
Yeah, really, Alex.
Yuck. Snap humor.
But
What's wrong with you?
Then, with Ness and Lucas, as I think that, Ness didn't even, he had one game that actually made it to America, and it wasn't even popular. And then, Lucas was in a game, and I don't think that was very popular either. It was kind of popular in Japan, but it had more of a cult following than actual sales. And they haven't had a game since 2004, and so I don't see there being much hope for them, and they're clones of each other. So
yeah, and you know what I think Nintendo's doing with this new Super Smash Bros. Is just sort of getting out with the old and in with the new, because it's I guess their theory sort of is if they haven't released a game or revamped themselves in a while, or they're just they're sort of a late 90s game or early 2000s game, I guess they're just get out.
Which I personally believe is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, because I mean,
however,
of course, I'm not.
You should remember Kid Icarus. They didn't have a game since I think the 90s, and then they got a new one back in I think 2012.
Yeah, and that's why, yeah.
But then there's characters like Ice Climbers, which Masahiro Sakurai actually said is really hard to do with the 3DS, and so they haven't been confirmed yet, and I think that essentially means that they're not going to return. But they made it into Melee and Brawl, and they only had one game from 1990.
Yeah. But I think since they weren't that good of characters.
Well, Ice Climbers was second best in Brawl, and a lot of people actually think that he's better than Meta Knight, who's first.
Yeah, but I mean, no kid who I don't know. He's just not. They're just not as popular of characters.
Yeah, you have to really have a lot of skill to play as them.
Yeah, which is I mean, it's good for professionals who actually, I mean, are very skilled at their individual characters, and that's why I think it's going to be hard for some people who, I mean, work so hard with some of these characters that are not coming back. So I think, I don't know, I guess maybe they just play the old games, but that's kind of harsh.
So moving on to our last subject, which characters that have not been in Super Smash Bros. Yet, but a lot of people really want, do you absolutely not want to see at all? Who would be a deal breaker for you?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, for me.
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
There's so many people that are asking for Pac-Man, and Masahiro Sakurai actually said, how would that work? It doesn't make sense. And
if I see Pac-Man in a game, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm sorry, but that's just absolutely ridiculous.
The actual Pac-Man game, the original one, it's addicting. It's fun. It's okay. But the new thing, there's a TV show now, I think, and they gave him powers and stuff. Apparently, people are telling me this.
I hate. That's so stupid.
I know, and they're saying, well, he could use that in the show and everything, and he has a face now and arms and legs and everything.
That's not Pac-Man, though.
It's not Pac-Man. It's not anything to do with the games. It's the TV show.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's stupid, because I think now it's not for, I mean, of course, we're not very old gamers, but from 90s kids to us who are early 2000s, I think it's more for the younger generations.
Yeah.
The ones that watch the Pac-Man, the ones that have just started with Pokemon. I feel it's for them more than us, but I mean, I'm still happy that it's going to be a Wii U.
Yeah.
Even still.
But then another character that I don't want, a group of characters that I don't want to see, any Sonic characters other than Sonic. We just don't need them.
No.
I guess I could agree with that.
I
We
mean,
have so many characters
I wouldn't be
already.
so sad, like, because I think Tails and Knuckles would be okay. I mean, I definitely wouldn't buy the game because of them. I think that Knuckles could, I don't know, I guess be good at punching and stuff, and then Tails would
Yeah,
probably
but we
have like
already
a
have a
super
punching
great attack
character.
for, yeah, and then Tails would have like a super great attack for, like jumping when he gets kicked off the stage for jumping up and then coming back onto the stage.
Yeah, and
So
he
I
would
think,
have like the blaster laser ball thing of
yeah,
energy.
so he'd kind of be like,
But the thing is, like,
Mega Man in a sense. In a sense, he'd kind of be like Mega Man.
yeah, the thing is, with third-party characters, they are a character that's representing the company, not their series. So Sonic is representing Sega, Snake was
Yeah.
representing Konami, Mega Man is representing Capcom, and so we don't need more representatives of that company. And if we did get them, they should be of a different series from that company.
One thing that I do think is kind of a bold move on their part is how they're crap, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right. How now Samus will not turn into Zero Suit Samus. And I think that was a pretty big part of Samus. So I personally agree with it, but I don't know about that. It's a big
I
step.
think a lot of people really wanted that because, like, you have to learn two different movesets for things like Pokemon Trainer, where you have to learn 3 completely different movesets and styles to master one character. And more than that, you can't even use just one character, because if you keep it in battle, its power drops to like a third.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should probably end this chat now. It's been going
Yeah.
on for like 33 minutes. So great chat.
Yeah, that
and
turned
then,
out pretty well.
yeah, and maybe next time we can discuss what would happen if Super Smash Bros. Or Nintendo in itself just maybe collided with like cartoons like DC and Marvel, and just incorporated that into Super Smash Bros.
What?
I think that'd be a pretty interesting topic, but I think no one would like it.
Yeah, okay. Well, see you
So-
guys next time. Bye.